This is looking at the asymmetric tonic neck reflex. So when we turn the head here, we want this arm to stay straight. So when we have that bend in the arm. My name is Dr. Connor Bohr, and I work with a whole plethora of neurodevelopmental delays. And retained primitive reflexes is something that we see in our clinic all the time, all day, pretty much every single day. Primitive reflexes are present in all babies. They essentially help us to survive the first year of life, and they help us through the birthing process, they help us breastfeed, they help us crawl, so on and so forth. And through neurodevelopment, through natural neurodevelopment, these reflexes should integrate and ultimately should be gone by the time that somebody reaches 1 year old. But with kids that have some level of a neurodevelopmental delay, a lot of times we see these reflexes linger on, and it's something that could affect them into early childhood. When we talk about the ATNR, this is actually what it looks like in a baby. So what it is when your head turns one way, you have flexion of one side of the body, and then you can see extension of the other side of the body here. So when we have a kid on all fours and we turn the head, we see this same type of movement pattern come out where we turn the head one way and we see flexion of the one side of the arm, and you'll see the arm drop out from underneath them. When we take a dive into the literature of primitive reflexes, there is some stuff there. It could be better, but there is some emerging evidence, which is always good. You can see here, they did a study looking at the ATNR, which we're talking about, with 60 kids, and they showed that the retention of this reflex was a lot more prevalent in children that had ADHD versus not having ADHD. This is another reflex showing motor problems with children that have retained reflexes, because you have to remember that a reflex triggers a motor output. So you turn your head, one side of your body flexes, the other side extends. If that persists throughout a young age and even into an older age, that can result into motor issues, and we see that all the time in the clinic. You can see here in this study, over half, 65% of preschool children have reflexes still present. And also it showed that the greater severity of the reflex, the more motor efficiency issues that children had. When you're putting together a therapeutic plan, it obviously takes a whole integrated approach, but primitive reflexes can be a piece of the overall puzzle. It's something that we use in the clinic all the time and we have very good success with. So if you're working with your kid and you're in a plateau or you're looking just to explore something new, looking into primitive reflex integration can be very, very useful. Be sure to work with somebody that has experience with this, and they'll be able to put together a plan that helps to integrate your child's reflexes and help them further move forward with neurodevelopment.